Hi, I am Vaughn Anderson. I'm an assistant professor of English here at Maryville, and the honors course that I'll be teaching next fall is called Creativity and Storytelling in the Sciences. I initially got the idea for this course because I got the sense that a lot of my students kind of thought that their biology courses or their chemistry or math courses were totally separate from their humanities courses. So English and history, for example. And I think that a lot of your science profs would be the first to tell you that that's not necessarily the case, right? That we rely on storytelling in the sciences not just to communicate about science, but also sometimes even as part of the scientific process itself, right? So I'm thinking of the example maybe of paleoartistry, where paleontologists really rely on artists to help them imagine the range of possibilities for prehistoric life. Or we're going to be reading a little bit about what happens when geneticists think of genetic code as being a story that we have to unlock and that we have to tell. I'm excited for this course because while I am not a scientist, I'm going to bring scientists into our class. So you will have some of your science profs coming to visit from biology, hopefully from computer science, from chemistry. So they're going to come in and talk to us a little bit about how storytelling kind of plays a role in their classes as well. We'll be reading all kinds of awesome stuff. We'll be reading parts of a novel by a paleontologist written from the perspective of a velociraptor, which I think is kind of cool. We will be watching documentaries. Kind of the course is building up to having students produce their own work, produce their own stories about science that interests them. So at the end, we're going to actually all be producing really short documentaries and having our own little documentary film fest, which I think should be awesome. I'm excited, and I hope you all are too. I really think that every college course should somehow change the way that you look at the world. And if you take anything away from this course, I think it should be that storytelling is everywhere. Stories aren't just something that we sit down to read on the weekends or that we pull up on Netflix, that our relationship to the truth and the way that we know our world, the world around us, really comes to us through storytelling. And that's even the case when we're talking about science. We tend to think about science as fact and fiction is not fact. But I think our course is going to explore how sometimes those lines blur, for better or for worse.